sa kahit anong meta pick. Na parang, sige, kunin nyo lang. Wala naman kaming pakialam. Kasi, in a way, alam namin kung paano gamitin yan. Alam din namin kung paano kontrahin.
And now you will think about the two teams or the two franchises and look kung paano sila mag-prepare. What I'm trying to say here is PLDT Smart Omega, ever since Conference 1 and Conference 2, I always say that they always look like a team that did their homework. Lagi silang handa. If there is a meta pick, for example, merong sobrang gandang pick like Ling, for example, or Farsa, or Baksha, they know how to counter it exactly. If there's, lalong-lalo nung sumikat yung Chango, they are prepared against it. And now PLDT Smart Omega, they look like a team that's really not scared at all. Ibibigay nila yung Farsa because we know that they have not only one answer, they have several answers for sure. They have at least 5 or even more na strategies laban sa specific pick na yun.
Your team
and it's really scary to think about.
And look at PSO not jumping the gun for a Farsa pick.
Exactly.
Parang ang ginawa lang nila dito, kunin natin yung Hylos na kapag may chance na kunin dito ng BRE yung Farsa, we have the glorious pathway to actually break through dun sa kanilang front line.
Yeah.
And at times, si Rafflesia dito yung gagamit niya Kufra. Yes, at times maganda siyang pang-answer sa isang Ranger. But kung may glorious pathway, hindi kailangan mag-rondo ng isang Ranger.
Selena, Farsa.
Lumakad matatag.
Your team is picking.
Sa may kalaban niya mismo.
Now Farsa paired up with this Selena.
Esmeralda.
Pro, then there's
Your
the Esmeralda for
team is
PLDT Smart Omega. And they are so confident about picking this Esmeralda kasi it is very unlikely for Brenny Pro to go for another Baksha this time. And also, nasa kanila yung Hylos, which is the direct counter for Esmeralda. So, in all honesty, Brenny Pro are so happy with this. PLDT Smart Omega are so happy with this Esmeralda pick. At hindi lang yan, nagawa na nila ito before. I think I saw this at least 3 times already. Esmeralda played with Granger sa kamay ng PLDT Smart Omega. Sobrang nakakatakot to. I'm not entirely sure if a meta pick like Farsa can match this one out.
But at the same time, looking at their lineup, Wolf yung PSO dito, I just feel na ang gagawin nila dito parang football team.
Jawhead.
In American football kasi
Your
syempre
team
ang
is picking.
idea doon is to just break the front lines and get the score, di ba? Parang ang gagawin lang nila dito, taka, pili tayo ng mga sobrang brusco tapos kuha tayo ng isang mataas na damage output. Tapos ang gawin natin, basagin natin sila harapan.
Yeah. And that also makes a lot of sense with Jawhead.
Break the line. Diba?
Break the front lines. Yan ang gustong gawin dito ng PLDT Smart Omega, but for Brenny Pro, they will go back to the basics. Considering the Cho, and it will be the case by picking sa carry. Not entirely sure about the carry. Again, there is a lot of potential for a dive para sa PLDT Smart Omega. Even sa early game, notoriously, Jawhead is great versus Kimi and carry. Let's just see if kung paano lalaroin to ng Brenny Pro. Will they survive this Jawhead?
I just feel that BRE dito, that marksman pick kay marksman pick slot Lorenzo was a bit of a checkmate. Kasi parang at this point, you could have picked the 1-1 if you could. Pero with this type of mobility on the side of PSO, parang non-factor yung mga dodges, yung mga hops ni 1-1 eh.
Yeah. You know what? All honesty, I think okay naman talaga yung carry. I mean, it's decent versus all the tanks. It's great versus Esmeralda and the Hylos. If it survives the early onslaught talaga dito ng PLDT Smart Omega, he will take off. Or she will take off.
Pero alam mo yun yung tanong eh. Will he survive the first few minutes of the game before, alam mo yun, before mag-mid-game and you have enough items, let's say 2 core items on your side, and just carry your team from there? That is going to be the big question. But at the same time, seeing how PSO played their game earlier, parang hindi eh. Parang alam ng PSO kung paano counterin ang isang Farsa pick din.
Like I said, PLDT Smart Omega, they're like para silang yung mga Boy Scout na at the same time scholar din. Laging handa at they're still masterful with other parts of being an
5
academic
seconds
person.
till the enemy reaches the battle
Pagka
zone.
nag-homework
Smash
na,
them.
lagi pang handa.
Tatandaan mo
All
yung
troops
Scout Slow.
deployed.
Ang Boy Scout ay... Hindi ko na alam yun. Madami-dami
That was a
yun
long
eh.
time ago.
Oh, matagal-tagal na yun. Tsaka madami-dami yun. Pero right now, we are on the land of Dawn, BRE versus PSO. Let us go for the team rundown dito. Raflesia onto the Kufra, Kiel VJ as the Parcel 3. Will be playing the Selena, Renjo as the show, and JP as the carry.
Beyond the Smart Omega, you will see Hip sa kanyang highlights, Stoshi back sa kanyang Ranger, Haji Z on the Esmeralda this time. Hayes onto this Jawhead with the flicker, and there's Kenji sa kanyang Tams, Toshi in a very bad spot this time. And that is what you are looking for BRE Pro. Sa game number 2, get the first blood, get the kills running. Hayes try to go for the flicker and will get on the kill. Hayes gets it.
And Hayes dito at a very bad spot, and right now, everything, the Shunko is there, the only fast is there.
Revitalize,
Kiel
man.
VJ dito lumilipad mga kaibigan. It's a big peacock na lumilipad.
Wow. Interesting na nakapag-survive pa rin. I mean, Heath in there with just Revitalize really helps Hayes a lot. And parang na-freshen up na nga din dito yung PLDT Smart Omega. Pwede na silang lumaban ulit even after that dive. So it's 1-1 for both teams. Jump in mula kay Raflesia dito. But Kenji is very, very tanky.
Presence of mind to actually wait for the bounce before using his second skill to get away. Heath right now is in a bad spot, and the Barca will do its job. That is the cleanup mga kaibigan. Haji, inabaw si Raflesia dito, but Raflesia probably at the wrong spot of the map. Abisalaro will be thrown out. Pero Renjo dito, napapalibutan siya ni Toshi at ni Hayes. Pero Kenji dito napapalibutan rin. And right now, Kiel VJ, he will get that kill! And they will get that turret.
Top lane nakasurvive din dun si Renjo, which was the choke. That's very important. BRE Pro with the dive dun sa may other side ng mapa, which is bottom lane. At hindi sila nanakawan ng kahit anong objective dito sa may top lane. I think that's very important to take note na teams trying to go for trades always should be looking for a positive trade
Yes.
instead of a negative trade. Hindi siya pwedeng parehas lang kayo na nakukuha. You have to get something more. And sometimes, ang difference na nun is huwag ka lang mamatay dun sa other side ng map, okay ka na.
Parang negosyo, hindi pwedeng negative, hindi pwedeng break even.
Tama.
Dapat may
Positive.
tinubo. Dapat may tinubo. Parang ganun lang tayo dito. Pero dilagay lang natin sa madaling madaling intindihin. Pero alam mo dito si Haji, he is having
Turtle
a hard
resurrecting
time
soon.
getting his groove on. Kasi isa sa mga bagay dito for PSO, when Haji Z hits level 4, that's the time where they should fight. Na kasi talaga yun yung peak, yung peak time ng isang Esmeralda.
That's a power spike,
It's
right?
a power spike. But at the same time, they didn't really use it to their advantage. Pero right now, BRE is 100% punishing them. There's pathway na gamit and they burn out one ultimate onto the side of PSO. But they still want to fight this. Kenji at the bad spot. Tingnan natin dito, Haji
Nice
throwing
dodge.
at the Falling Star Moon. And that is a very nice dodge. Yung range ng Southern Air Spike dito won't really matter as they will get away. Ito yung nakikita na sa team ko dito. They have a lot of mobility. Pero Renzo still trying to kind of steal yung circle, pero wala talaga siyang hit para.
For what the vision, dalawa yung nahuli dito with the Jeep Condo. But DLDT Smart Omega smartly backs off at BRE Pro hindi na rin maghahabol dito. Now Hayes will spot this out. He's really, really safe here. Pero nga naman siya pampabilis. But I think BRE Pro are setting their eyes dun sa my top lane push.
Ito yung gusto nila gawin Abyssal Arrow to the Feather's Airstrike. Yun lang yung gusto nilang
Launch
pagganagin.
attack!
Every single time. But right now, onto the backline, Stoshi dito will be the target. And Renzo dito with the Wave of the Dragon. But right now, roughly siya tinalbugan mga kaibigan si Ace. He's dito. Does he have an answer? Pinakita niya yung sarili niya. Is this the right play to do? And look at this! George Padway mga kaibigan. It won't really matter kung nastan pa siya as he still has enough time to get away. Pero sa may baba, JP dito being the marksman that he is. Haji Z might go down! Yes, he will! JP dito actually survives that! What a play coming out from JP!
The power of the red buff as well in action. Kahit wala na siya, kahit malayo na siya, I mean, si Esmeralda, the moment na tumama na rin yung kanyang mga normal attacks done with the ultimate, there was also a proc of the true damage. But really pierces through nga naman yung shields ng isang Esmeralda. Now they want to go for hit this time. Ultimate committed. There's a feathered airstrike. Pero enough by damage. Toshi wants to go for more. Gets the kill with the Death Sonata at nabuhay pa rin dito yung Tams. Bren E-Pro tried to go for the power play versus PLDT Smart Omega, but it really backfired. Hindi nila kayang patayin yung may revitalize and potentially glorious pathway na Hylos.
The thing about that certain setup na ginawa ni Felicia is, it was good, yes, but you have to take it
Turtle
into consideration
resurrecting
if you're LBJ.
soon.
Nasa tamang posisyon ba ako? Halos katabi niya na lang yung
Yeah.
mga tao doon. So, ibig sabihin, if
But
they
this-
survive, and right now, that is going to be retaliation, mga kaibigan. Greed dito, dito will actually go down. Pero Greed trying to shake them up. And look at this, Greed na eject siya dito, and that is going to be the kill. Renzo dito sumama pa, pero Renzo is at a very bad spot. He can actually go down from this. JP dito tumulong na. He actually put a bit of pressure para sa the PSO. They will back off and not go for the chase kay Renzo.
Yun yung mga gusto pick up this ng Brent E-Pro, but PLDT Smart Omega are okay with sacrificing one member. Pero dalawa naman yung nakuha nilang objective, which is one, the turret. Number two, the blue buff.
Oh, look at that stun. That was well timed, pero hit dito will be a casualty.
That's
and,
amazing. That's a Brent E-Pro.
And ang ganda ng timing ni Hit doon.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just that meron talagang
Launch
gap
attack!
closer in the first place si Renzo. So
Now,
that made the play possible.
look at this.
Look at this. Look at this.
No hesitation whatsoever mula sa Brent E-Pro. Nakakuha sila ng isang kill doon. May top lane naman. This is an exchange for PLDT Smart Omega. They might have lost their Esmeralda. Pero yung tier 2 turret, yung kanilang kunin, the classic trade, na sometimes mas masaya ka pa nga kasi, I mean, heroes respawn, but turrets do not.
Turrets do not. Tama ka doon. Gamers don't die. We just respawn.
We just respawn. But turrets don't. Like you said.
Turrets don't care. Rapisha dito and the other LBJ.
There you go.
He's this force using Glorious Pathway, but Genji eating a lot of those feathered airstrikes.
You see the smart plays mula sa PLDT Smart Omega. Instead of going for heroes, they went for minions para hindi makapag-push. Now they want to punish JP!
Spree.
There is the kill. Meron pa ba? Death Sonata ginamit na hindi pa rin tumatama, but it will not matter as they will take out Haze that time.
Ibon mang may layang lumipad at ibon mang may layang magpasabog. Heath dito will be the next target. Falling Star Moon, LBJ doesn't get called out. And Haji Z at a very bad position, but Felicia will just back down. Heath dito is the next target. Mga kaibigan, that's the airstrike. Pero look at the damage output. Medyo na-negate na nila.
Oh, of course, Heath with the high loss. Very, very tanky. Not easy target. Matala top lane. There's Renzo with the pick-off. It's just enough against Toshi. It should be shut down mula doon sa ating Joe against the Granger. 11th kill for the game para sa Brent E-Pro. As they put themselves toe-to-toe in terms
Turtle
of economy.
resurrecting soon.
Yun naman talaga yung mas importante dito. PLDT Smart Omega might be losing in terms of kills, but in terms of economy, hindi sila nalalayo sa Brent E-Pro.
And look at this. Actually, JP going for that solo turtle. Using it, pero Genji dito will be another casualty.
Launch
Haji
attack!
getting caught out, pero hindi na nila i-go. There wasn't really
Launch
enough
attack!
time to go for that kill on Haji and masyado din protektado yung area na yun.
I really like itong tool na ginagamit ni Haze. Every time somebody gets stunned, para ma-cleanse niya, technically speaking, yung stun with the Abyssal Arrow, ini-eject na lang niya yung kampi niya. So very smart na galawan ba sa PLDT Smart Omega.
Oh! And look at this! The counter initiation! Nandun mga kaibigan sa may kitna, pero Heath right now is actually trying to get away. Glorious Pathway, nandun sa may maling area, pero Renzo trying to head. Wala silang magagawa sa push nito. And that is going to be 2 kills and a turret for the side of BRE.
That is so important for Brent E-Pro. For the longest time, medyo tug of war tayo dito in terms of the economy, but now they're pulling ahead. Those were turrets lang nila kanawa 6. In fact, now nahuli si Agis dito. Very tanky. Still surviving. Buhay na buhay pa rin. And that is the help of PLDT Smart Omega. They take out, however, the Granger and in comes a feathered airstrike. Tams will be the one to fall. Ngayon, problema na ng PLDT Smart Omega. How can they defend this time? Can they actually defend this? It looks like hindi na nila kaya mag-defense on yung top lane. And that's the inhibitor turret going down. Bren E-Pro, like we said, breaking the break-even. Winning the tug of war
Mata sa
against
mata.
PLDT Smart Omega.
Mata sa mata. game sa game, performance sa performance, BRE dito,
Request
returning the
backup.
favor, binabalik nila yung ginawa sa kanila ng PSO nung game number 1.
It was so close for a moment. And then just one trigger, right? Isang magandang initiation nga mula sa BRE Pro and the pickoffs. PLDT Smart Omega are falling like dominoes this time. I mean, it's very hard to pull off itong kanilang composition if you look at the lineup of PLDT Smart Omega, but I guess BRE Pro,
Lord resurrecting
hindi mo
soon.
talaga pwedeng tanggalin sa kanila yung skill na meron din sila dito. And of course, Farsa still being a Farsa.
And it's the differences between sabihin natin Haji dito, he's really trying his best to get a good falling star move, pero he always falls short. And that is the thing. Should they stick with the control mage for Haji, or talagang mahanap lang yung naging for Haji ngayong game?
Well, it might be because of just BRE Pro playing so good. Of course, but Kenji still surviving. May lifesteal pa, pinashuttle sila ng Farsa. Oh, to the backline says Hayes to go with the rest of PLDT Smart Omega. Oh my goodness. The peel mechanic mula sa PLDT Smart Omega, courtesy of this ejector, was so good. Laban sa BRE Pro. And now you will have
chances of Rafflesia dito getting caught out, and this might be another kill for the side of PSO, but Tyrant's event
Shut
is
down.
there, pero Rafflesia will be the next casualty for the side of BRE. Right now, the Lord is available. Greed? Greed?
JP's here.
JP, Greed, can you make something happen? That is the question! And look at this! The Lord is being taken by the side of PSO
Haji's
right
falling.
now. Kenji! Baka hindi ka na pinakalikod! JP dito trying to take down everyone! Hayes will be the next target! And right now, look at JP! JP! JP!
Ooh.
One more hit! That could have done it! Pero better than strike! My goodness!
Bottom lane, there's Renzo, there's JP. AGC tried to fight this 2v1 pero hindi na kaya. You carry the JP dito with 2 buffs to his name and they will take down the base. BRE Pro.
JP! What a guy! What